The Nevada Republican Party and Republican National Committee have filed new lawsuits over mail ballots that are received after Election Day. Fox 5 previously reported on a lawsuit filed in early May against the Nevada Secretary of State. It seeks to stop mail ballots received after Election Day from being counted. State law does allow ballots to be counted if they are gotten up to 4 days after the election if they're postmarked by Election Day. The newest lawsuit focuses on that postmark requirement. It says the Nevada Deputy Secretary of State for Elections testified the requirement will be ignored and that ballots received up to 3 days after Election Day without a postmark will still be counted. The lawsuit says this is in violation of state law. It seeks an injunction to stop any ballots received after Election Day without a postmark from being counted. We reached out to the Nevada Democratic Party and Nevada Secretary of State's office tonight. We have not yet heard back.